Hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation community. And welcome to another Fan Art Friday, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director here at Site 42 of the SCP Foundation. And as I have done for the last nearly 11 months and counting, because the daily stream streak must remain strong, I am here to open my office doors to you, the SCP Foundation staff, to answer your burning questions about this dark, mysterious place of employment we call the SCP Foundation. So whether you have questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff who contain them, the groups of interest who try to stop us from containing them, or hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation purview, perhaps they're from a different multiverse or pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom. Either way, we are here for the next 45 minutes, as is the tradition on Fan Art Friday. It's a little briefer because my cover job takes priority on the weekends, and because I need to race through the proper fan arts before I can get to the standard Q&A. So we will be hurrying in a flash to get the fan art done. Then all of your standard Q&A will take place with whatever time is left. But before we begin, a little bit of housekeeping. First up, Dr. Val. Congratulations on being our #1 most punctual member of today's Containment Hazard Assessment team, i.e., congratulations on being first chatter. And then, 100 stars, Tara Gall, Just Pitt, Senior Researcher Alex, Titanborn, Dr. Vincent, Green-Coded, Dr. Green, good to see you, it's been a minute, hope you've been doing well. Anomalous Hodge. Everyone who I have just named, thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being members of the Site 42 YouTube channel. We appreciate your research prowess, your mobile task force captaincy, or your overseer-like leadership as we try and win the battle against the white names. On that same note, Shark Jumping Walrus, thank you for gifting a promotion to intern, now newly minted researcher, Wilsona. Wilsona, if you happen to be present, make sure to thank Shark Jumping Walrus for their generosity. Now, let me run over to the Fan Art Friday folder and let us get through these Fan Art Fridays. Let's see who we've got, people. First and foremost, we've got Dr. Vincent. Dr. Vincent is leading the pack today with a series of Dr. Sherman sketch memes, which in no particular order I will present. Yes, this is accusing you specifically. And this is how I feel when that joke didn't land. And we all know what this one's about. We all know what is below camera in this picture. And this is when I am committing to commit my evil and sexy plans. Mwahaha. And this is when my evil and sexy plans have been dashed. No! And finally, yes. Yes. The power. Very good, Dr. Vincent. Very good. Now, moving on. Intern Lucas. Intern Lucas has brought us our next art. Let's see what we've got. What do you mean, you shrunk it? I don't know. What do you mean, I don't know? Yay. I mean, at least it's easier to move it back where it belongs if it's small. But yes, this is the mood. Why doesn't it get less scary when it's small? Why is it nearly more hideous? How do you fit so much horror into such a tiny package? Disgusting. Lucas the intern arrives as if summoned by showing their own art. All right, next up on our fan arty list. Quick question, how does a picture get on the thumbnail? Do you preemptively decide, or do viewers decide, or what? Intern Gage, to answer the question within your email, Desk and I do a pre-sweep of the art before going live. That way we can make sure that there's nothing inappropriate. And at that point, it is a random choice for me. Whatever speaks to me that day. Which reminds me, thank you for telling me that I need to congratulate. Thumbnail by Ophelia. Boom. Good. All right, so where was I? Going back to the fan art now that I have changed a small setting that was required. So, here is piece 1. In pursuit to cure the pestilence, I've studied many great disease. My medical knowledge is quite vast. Pray tell then, how would you cure this? What is happening here? What have you? Is that a maid? Is that a cat-made waifu? Is that cat-made? Don't show 049 cat-made waifu, Dr. Sherman. Don't. It'll only give it ideas. The only cure is death. Yes, those are some of the ideas that I was worried about. Yes. Don't. Bad. Hypothetical. Intern Gage. Bad hypothetical. And then, I feel like this would be Desk more than it would be me. I think I've evolved past the pure hatred of SCP-67. Wow, it's been so long since I've even heard that. It's as if the meme is dead. Like I said it would be if you all just chilled a little bit. But it does look like Director Bold that I am about to kick a baby. And so it's just in the great SCP site director tradition of kicking babies. That's all this is. Time-honored Foundation protocol. Don't worry about it. Just punt the child. Very good, intern Gage. Lee here at the desk of Alto Cliff cannot either confirm or deny the fact that we would totally throw a child in there to stop the meme faster. Aha. Why punt it? Oh, I'm sorry, intern Munoz. Would you prefer that we drop kicked it? We could drop kick it instead. I mean, that is a well-worn and traditional form of baby kicking. We can definitely. Listen, everyone here, just joined and you're talking about kicking kids. Listen, intern spiriting. I just remind you all to go to SCP 6469-D. Otherwise colloquially known as the one where Director Bold kicks a baby. It is a legitimate document. It is on the database, SCP-6469-D, the one where Director Bold kicks a baby. I'm just telling you. This is Foundation protocol. It has been this whole time. All right. Some person perhaps is our next artist. And that would be Aster from Interdimensional Vending Machine, which is an SCP fan game based on 261. I am unfamiliar with all of this, but apparently this is a fan game character. I hope it's a fun game. And then you brought forth to us... What? Oh, I see. See, I was confused. I didn't realize what was going on here. But it's because I've never seen Dr. Clef touch grass. So yes, now that you've said it like that in the email, I understand. It was just kind of a shocking sight. Good work creating a piece of artwork so out there that we have no idea that it was even possible. Some person perhaps. Desk, there are a few people in the chat asking for the link to the Site 42 Fanart Friday rules and email submission. Pay attention to the moderator chat. That link will be shared soon. Now, while that is happening, real quick, Sun Goku, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Xenox, Paul Thornton, and Ashley, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Next up is Zombie Cat brings to us a series of Dr. Sherman as convict in Iron Lung. So here's that sassy art we saw last time. But now, that is pure narcissism on my part. That's looking good. I'm not a violent dog. I don't know why I bite. Boom. Big. Boom. Big. Boom. Big. Zombie Cat. Very good. Very good. Next up, we are moving into Just Pit. Just Pit has brought to us a couple of pieces. Zombie Cat just showing up as we finish showing your art. That's twice now. The artist has showed up after I finished their piece. I am summoning artists today. I am in my laboratory cooking up a summoning spell for artists. Now, Moving on to Just Pit. Ray and Ronnie trying to figure out what's wrong with the side quest mobile. Good luck, you guys. I don't think that's very effective mechanic work stance, but if you do you, I guess. Then, Dr. Sherman making a poll to learn about his staff's physical capabilities. Do you think you could take a werewolf? 70% yes. That's excellent, Site 42 staff. Obviously, you've been following your work at the Foundation Fitness Initiative. You've gotten so strong and fast that you can easily survive a werewolf. What? In a fight? No. Yes, I must remember what type of people are on my staff at Site 42. We do not fraternize with the anomalies. It is against protocol. Thank you, Just Pit. Good work. Next up brings us to Dr. Vowel. Dr. Vowel? Why did I say it like that? Dr. Val. Dr. Val, who is not Dr. Vowel. Can I buy a vowel? It's the A in Val that is not vowel. Val, Dr. Val, hello. It's your turn. First up, so we have Dr. Sherman just going fucking crazy. Let me out! I don't know! All right, who looked at its face? I eat walls! Delicious. And apparently, I'm a Sherm droid now. I have not heard about Detroit Become Human in a very long time. And yet, here I am, droidified. I'm sure there will be no pertinent socio-political commentary going over the players' heads during my game time. Good work, Dr. Val. Next up, there are 3 names here, and I feel as if it might be... Is this art from user Lanny the Demon Angel? I don't know your email. You didn't actually list your name, but it is fan art of your OC, which makes me feel like that might be the case. So, I'm going to go with that until I'm corrected. Lanny the Demon Angel has dropped for us their OC in the lack rooms, testing to see if things will disappear at the boundaries. As we discuss, the lack room's physical space loops on the interior to be one big room. And then Lanny the Demon Angel nearly gets hit by Dr. Gerald, who once again was given a car when you absolutely are not supposed to give a car to Dr. Gerald. I don't know how you keep failing this very simple test, which is, don't give Dr. Gerald a car. It's a very simple test. Very clear, very straightforward, not unlike Dr. Gerald coming right at you on 4 Wheels of Fury because you gave him a goddamn car. And by goddamn, of course, I mean Uber driver Jesus, SCP-029, when I invoke God this time, because Uber driver Jesus would never. Alrighty. Next up, we have, let me pause the ambiance because we have a short animation from SCP-049 Plague Docteur. I need it to start at the beginning, though. SCP-049 has brought us more work on their animation practicing.
The good news is there's no more plague! Huzzah! The bad news is there's no more London. The good news is there's
You know what?
no more plague! Huzzah!
I do believe.
The good news is there's no more London.
Yes. Yes, this is the mood. You French frog fuck. This. You stay away from my child or else. Good work on creating a mood. And that brings us, last but not least, to a missed fan art. Last week, this got lost in the spam folder. And now it has risen from the spam and into the proper Fan Art Friday, where it belongs. So apologies, Ophelia Unavailable. But here we are. I fear no man. But that thing, it scares me. That is hella right there. I'll just say, that is hella. Very mood. Very the moment. Good work. Sorry we missed it for a week, but it found its way out. Thank you for warning us. And that brings us to the end of our artists for today's Fan Art Friday. Thank you for your submissions, artist. A round of applause for the tasty art that people enjoyed today, thanks to your submissions. Keep practicing, keep improving your craft, keep making art, because, to paraphrase Robin Williams from Dead Poets Society, we do law, we do work, we do building, but what we live for art, for experience, for sharing things with people. And so, fantastic work, artists. Thank you as always for your submissions. I am now returning to the chat, where I will read the donations that have been left during the opening, and then we will have approximately 20 minutes of general Q&A today. So, what have we got here today? Shark Tipping Walrus, thank you for donating that membership earlier. Much appreciated. Green Coated, thank you for your 2-month member message as a level 1 researcher here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Also, once again, good to see you. Hope you've been doing well. Got hit by anomalous carpal and cubital tunnel. Oh, that does sound unpleasant. I'm sorry to hear it. I hope there is some good medicine / stretches / things that can help you out with that. King of ADHD, thank you for your 11 months, nearly a year, of being a member here at Site 42. We appreciate your level 1 researchership and your service. I watched Kingsman Secret Service, and it was good. Oh, Kingsman, a nice, little more combat-oriented of a secret organization. But, you know what? They do pretty good work. Especially since they're often up against anomalous tech, such as mind control and head explodies. I was going to ask this yesterday, but got too excited about tags. Does yesterday's short have anything to do with SCP-4832? Check the last image to understand. So yesterday's short, yesterday was Thursday. And that would be the mimetic cognitohazards in that font. And you're comparing it to 4832, which if I typed it correctly, it would have come up. A Dantax brand radio, powered state operating, turning the knob, front face, alters the appearance of the main body. And then the image gallery. Ah, interesting. So I haven't seen this article in years. I've actually forgotten about it until you've reminded me just now. And interestingly, you know what? I will have to look into if there's any relation between those two anomalies, because 4832 seems to be doing something very similar here. They might be related in some manner. We'll have to do some studies. All right, the Lone Claw, thank you for your 10 months as a member here at Site 42 as a Mobile Task Force Captain. We appreciate your membership and your service. Have you had the chance to read SCP-9471 yet? Signed, Dr. Vera Lovelace. First of all, do you pronounce it Lovelace with the long A? Or do you do loveless? Like it almost sounds like you are lacking love, you are loveless. Lovelace or Loveless? Secondarily, I have not yet gotten to read 9471. You guys will not believe the frickin'... there's been a lot going on in the behind the scenes, but we're doing our best. That being said, it is definitely on my list because I need to research it to understand how it affects the Mallow lore. You have 1471 and 9471 are certainly going to interact in some interesting ways. And I'll have to deal with how that sits with Site 42's vast community of monster fuckers and demon daters. So yes, it is on my list for research because you are changing the game for these people who I've gotten to say, you can't mess with it because it's intangible. If it's not intangible, that's a lot of problems for me. Especially because now that you've got it in a fairly popular SCP, that means it's canon. So I can't even argue that's a fan interpretation. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. But I do look forward to reading it because just wait until you find out that it's part of a series. Of course it is. Of course it is. Well, now I need to know the series so that is there a hub for the series so I know where to start? Also, any updates regarding Project SCP? Intern Watson lulls. You're gonna have to be more specific. The term Project SCP doesn't mean anything to me, at least in this moment. I work on so many projects and I don't remember any of them just being called Project SCP. So, can you specify, Intern Watson? Chaos Insurgent 007 says, the Chaos Insurgency is smarter than we seem. You know, that's a very low bar. No one ever credited you with an abundance of brains in the first place. Yeah, being smarter than a pile of rocks. Not the flex you think it is, CI scum. When did you start working for the SCP Foundation? I was recruited for the Foundation approximately 13 years ago. Alright. Watson. You said like the migration process, since Wikidot is buggy. Okay. I know that at least the last time I heard about that, it was under the name WikiJump. I did not know it was called Project SCP. Is there any updates to it? Project SCP. Well, apparently there's a couple Roblox games. We're not going to count those. SCP WikiJump. SCP Wikis work on Project Foundation, a replacement for Wikidot. Okay, so Project Foundation is the WikiJump idea. I have not heard an update from WikiJump in years. So, I do not know what's going on with that. I cannot give you any updates. Do you have any phobias, or are you not allowed to have phobias if you work for the Foundation? Intern, relax. We are human beings with our own internal lives and minds. Yes, some Foundation staff members are afraid of things. We try our best not to put them on projects with those things, because that would be a hindrance to the research. It would be better if someone who could handle the project handle it. So for instance, they're not going to put me on any projects relating to spiders or other types of insectoids. The creepy crawlies, I just don't like it. Dr. Sherman, do you have any advice on anomalous kitchenware? I think I have an anomalous dishwasher. Whatever I put into it makes it so salty that my cutlery is unusable now. That just sounds like you hooked up your dishwasher to salt water instead of fresh water, which I don't know why a house or any piping on site would have saltwater piping. But perhaps there was some sort of aquarium there before for saltwater fish, and you plugged a dishwasher into that after the aquarium was vacated. I would first check and see if you're dealing with just salt water in your dishwasher. Wait, is this stream authorized? Intern Undefined, I am the site director of Site 42. I'm the one who gives the authorization. Plus, you must be coming back from Amnestic, so you don't recall. This is not a public stream. This is only being beamed to SCP Foundation staff members. And some public relations, the public, if it's in a Broken Masquerade universe where they need me for PR. So yes, then we broadcast to the public, but it is authorized. Monster Check, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a blueberry muffin on your way past the commissary. Hey Doc, can't chat. Need help. Giant spider chasing me. I mean like building size. Don't like it. I don't like it when they're creepy crawly and small. I don't like it when they're creepy crawly and not small. So, while I am not coming to your aid, I will send security forces with an ample amount of flamethrowers. I'm glad you like the fan art, by the way. I actually use Hugh Laurie as some of the reference. Ah, yes. Well, I could see that apparent disgruntledness, that grumpiness, very well. And it does somehow relate to how I feel about that thing, as well as the Containment Hazard Assessment Team, who keeps bringing it up out of nowhere. Whoever might I be talking about? Intern Mata, you did miss the fan art, but you can start the VOD over and watch it. Monster Check, thank you for donating again to say, bring more, there's another one. Building size spiders. We have kaiju spiders. Where are you exactly? Are you on site? Is this somewhere on the other side of campus that I don't hear it happening? Or are you on a mission somewhere where we're going to have to do disinformation campaigns? Intern Robin, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Monster Check, thank you for donating again to say, about 2 miles away from site. Oh, very nice. Then we can go a little no-holds-bar here with the weaponry. Ooh, call it a weapons test. Let's go. Yes, burn those spiders to the ground, please. Well, hello there, little miss. Puppy of Interest 42, codename Charlie, says hello. Every time she comes up barking and you hear her barking, as soon as my hand goes down, she immediately rolls over. So that is why picking her up is always a hassle, because she always flop. Flop. Floppity floppity. And care of our Containment Hazard Assessment Team, a treat for the baby. Good girl. Good girl. All right. And for my allergy pills that don't quite do the job to keep me alive, these building-sized spiders are fast. Well, of course they are. Frickin' A. They're the size of buildings. Their legs can reach very far. You need to run faster. Wait, where does the funding come from for Site? Well, intern Relax, funding for Site 42 comes from viewers like you. When you guys donate, when you guys purchase Site 42 merch, such as our delightful SCP-1762 Where the Dragons Went t-shirt, or our Reservoir Dogs t-shirt, you are supporting Site 42. Trust me, YouTube ad revenue ain't that much. So, you guys are the main support, and we appreciate it. If a humanoid anomaly eats all their kitchen cutlery, could they make it an excuse to get out of testing? If a humanoid anomaly ate their cutlery, they would either be dead, or their anomaly would be being able to eat anything, in which case that would cause them to be tested. So, one or the other. Furthermore, well, while we're talking about all this anomalous cutlery, let me just remind you, I don't want you getting any ideas, people. When it comes to cutlery and anomalies, I need you to make certain, with a slight adult content warning, Do not put spoons in your butt. SCP-7052 is the practice of putting spoons in one's rectum. Do not put spoons in your butt. I don't care if putting a spoon in your butt gives you anomalous luck. Do not put spoons in your butt. I do not care if putting 3 spoons in your butt gives you a Wolverine-like healing factor. Do not put spoons in your butt. I do not care if putting 12 spoons in your butt makes you a full-on reality bender. It is against protocol to put spoons in your butt. So please, with all of this talk about anomalous cutlery, let's just remember, the cutlery doesn't have to be anomalous to be a problem. These spoons are non-anomalous, but when inserted into the rectum, they create an anomaly. And that is bad. So remember, don't put spoons in your butt. Never ever put spoons in your butt. Spoons don't belong in your butt. Don't put butt spoons in your butt. There, we sang the traditional no spoons in the butt song, and now you are all well educated to not put spoons in your butt. Thank you. What about forks? I mean, it sounds pretty painful, but there's no anomalous effects, so go nuts. What a sad baby. So neglected. So left out in the cold. Unloved. Monster Check, thank you for donating again to Say. Doc, thanks for sending Mobile Task Force and Firepower. We're going to need some time with 999 when I get on site. I don't like spiders as well. Very wise. Yes, not liking spiders is the right choice. Objectively so. Also, yes, I am glad that you survived the giant spider incident of 2026. Would you count Siren Head as an SCP? No, intern Thassi. Siren Head is anomalous, sure. But to be an SCP, you must be anomalous, check. On the SCP Wiki, not check. And be an SCP document, not check. So Siren Head is anomalous, yes, but is not an SCP on the SCP Wiki. 1 out of 3, not an SCP. Am I a fool to you? Is that what you take me for? Yes, you traitorous trash chaos insurgent. That's exactly what I take you for. If I was an SCP, could I fake being sick to get out of testing? Intern Thanos, the answer is if you were an SCP, humanoid anomaly, and you feigned sick to get out of testing, you probably would get taken to medical and put under a bunch of tests to see how the sickness interacts with your anomaly. So you're not getting out of testing. And Site 42 staff, we have made it to the end of today's stream. And as I do at the end of every stream, like a tradition around these parts, I tell you guys my favorite SCPs. I'm not going to tell you that my favorite SCPs are the ones I personally wrote. That would be cheating. But if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to the Sherm's author page. You can go to the Sherm's author page on the Site 42 database or in the SCP database. There you can see the SCPs. Wow. Just talking, not talking. Bad talking. Bad talker. Bad streamer. You can go to my author page on the SCP database. There you can see the SCPs I personally wrote, as well as contributed voice lines or sound effects to. And while you're there on my author page, one tab over from the SCPs I wrote, you can see a series of links. Links that people are often very excited to find, but they just don't have the smarts to find them. It's really sad for them. No matter how many clues we give them, they can't seem to find the links. But that's not you guys. You guys can find the links. I believe in you. And while you're at those links, you have the choice to become a Patreon patron of Site42 or a YouTube channel member if you want to donate to us monthly. You can do Ko-Fi donations or YouTube Super Chats if you want to donate to us one at a time. Either way, direct donations, as I said earlier, are the easiest way to successfully support Site42, so we greatly appreciate your generosity. It's the quickest way to keep the lights on. And if you are part of the Broke Gang and you can't donate, remember, you can still be a valued and honored member of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codenamed the Signal Boosters. When you like, share, subscribe, comment, chat on our videos and streams, that way they get more algorithmic love. That way we spread our reach. And you also take it over to the SCP projects we support. The SCP animes, the games, the films, the series, the podcasts, the merch makers, the SCP Wiki and its authors and artists in the first place. You are helping us to support bigger and better SCP projects. And so, without further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on that last one, it's a bit of a rough read. Speed round. 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031-5175, content warning on the last one, a rough read. Site42 staff, this has been another Fan Art Friday, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site42. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Oh, wait. Lucas Intern. I think rotoscoping is fine for Fan Art Friday. You gotta watch out for tracing versus rotoscoping. I gotta look into that, but I'll say a temporary yes until I find a reason why it shouldn't be. As I was saying, Site42 staff, I hope you had fun, I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video or stream. A Hydra field cuts through my neighborhood. Somehow that always just made me feel good. I can put a spare bulb in my hand and light up my yard. Late at night when the wires in the walls sing in tune with the din of the falls, I'm conducting it all while I sleep to light this whole town. If you question what I would do to get over and be with you, lift you up over everything and light up my room. The credit song is Light Up My Room by the Bare Naked Ladies. Be safe, be well, Site42 staff, and as always, secure, contain, protect.